live with the bruh button. Um, so welcome to the Beat Drop. This is JuCoHi with Eclipse, and we're gonna talk to them, number 6 seed coming into the playoffs, about themselves and how they got here and their pretty impressive run towards halfway to the end of the season, bringing it back pretty good. So we're gonna start at the top. Bubbers, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Bovers. I play main support.
I'm Rocket. I play Flex DPS.
I'm Shawnee Red, and I play hit scan DPS.
Sick. Alright, so get right into it. You guys made the playoffs, super cool, congrats. Was really hard in the Discord tier. No offense to Harmony Chaos, but had a lot of levers. And so I guess walk me through what you expect to do in the playoffs. Like you don't have to say like two sneaky team compositions that you have planned for specific maps or specific matchups, but like, is it just going to be double shield more of the same, or these nerfs and buffs that we've been seeing lately impacted your gameplay at all?
Well,
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna let you take this one.
well, the buffs and nerfs haven't really changed anything that we run necessarily, except for maybe a few things. Like, we've been playing a few different heroes. We've been going a little bit away from the meta, but for the most part, we're gonna probably be sticking with the meta, double shield, and stuff. So like, but like, it's kind of like a situation where like everyone's so good that like, can we match them with it? So we're still trying to figure out exactly what we're gonna do.
Right. Okay.
In my opinion, I don't think like the changes kind of like changed the meta from double shield. It just like made other DPS a little bit more viable than like Doom and Reaper all the time. But like Orisa Sigma's probably gonna stay for a while longer.
Oh boy, Orisa Sigma. I get to have so much fun.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It didn't feel like there was any tank line that became stronger with the changes that have been happening. So Orisa Sigma definitely here to stay, but especially when the Doom player being stuck on Doom for so long, I feel like they have the most flexibility now because of the Doom nerfs. Now they can switch over to Mei more often, switch over to Trace or whatever they feel comfortable on. It's really a comfort pick rather than like super meta defining. It's mainly that Reaper that's able to really like stuff anybody who's trying to run off meta comps. So you don't have any tanks here that I can remember, but
Yeah,
we'll start with the DPS.
Thanks, Cryptic.
Yeah, we'll start with the DPS with Rocket and Shoni. Talk to us about what the DPS line does for like your hero, or the DPS meta does for like your hero pool. Like, are you feel right at home here, or do you wish that maybe a different hero was relevant, maybe like Genji Far or whatever?
Yeah, you see, I play Widow,
Oh,
so and like and double shield kind of just like removes Widow from the game. So I mean, I would just wish we could play like more snipers, or even like more hit scan in general, like McCree and Ash. I
Double
really
sniper
like
meta.
double sniper meta. I actually really loved that, but like you can't really play Widow when they have Sigma.
Yeah.
Double sniper was a fun meta for supports.
Yeah. But for me, I feel like I have a really flexible hero pool. So it's like, whatever the meta is, I'll probably play it. But I mean, my comfort fits like, if you see me play in pugs or something, is probably like Tracer or Soldier and stuff. Like, so I mean, not gonna say we won't bust out the Tracer a few times, but I mean, I don't know.
I say
It's probably
bust
just
up
gonna be
legs.
bust up the legs and the
The
Tracer.
leg.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever the meta is, we'll be playing to it. Usually, I mean, it's not like me and Shoni and I can cover like every single DPS hero at a pretty high level. So we're pretty set there.
cool. No, that's really, it seems to be like the play is that everybody got good, or started to really care about getting good. Start of like Overwatch League and higher level play got popularized, and then you That's why you see a lot of like got a lot of Widow mains, a lot of Tracer mains, stuff like that, and everybody's trying to conform to whatever the meta is coming up to be, whether it be Doom, Reaper, and I feel like at the end of this, like 3-4 seasons later, there's gonna be no such like maining anymore. Everybody's just gonna be super proficient on the meta because Jeff keeps telling us what to play, and it's constantly different. But I'd like to give a warm welcome to Bray. We can talk about the tank line a
Oh,
little
he's
bit
here?
more.
Yeah,
Well,
I
just
got
joined
here.
the call, so that's really
I
cool.
just
Entered
got
the
here.
chat.
My family forgot to tell me that my dad was picking my brother up, so I could have been here on time.
Like
Good
your
job.
SMH my head, bro.
SMH my head, bro.
But yeah, what's going on? We're talking about the meta right now and how your team is, I guess, either adjusting to it or going to use it to their advantage. So we were talking about the DPS and how that can be a little bit more flexible with these buffs coming in recently, like the past couple patches. So we kind of came in and spoke for the tank line that it's not really something that you can mess with being Orisa Sigma. Because of the new changes to all the other heroes, like nothing really was impactful enough to make you want to run like dive again or too much more.
Everyone still kind of sucks besides those two.
So, in a perfect world, is this the meta that you find yourself the most proficient in on Orisa, or do you prefer a different main tank?
I definitely prefer Winston or Ryan, but I definitely think Orisa might be my strongest, for sure.
Gotcha.
I don't know. On Reinhardt, I'm basically a lesser bumper, one would say. I kind of need everyone to pump abilities into me, but it works if they do.
Gotcha. No, that feels like definitely the most fun way to play that hero.
Yeah.
Just everybody's praying that you can carry and get all the resources. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Very fun.
So then we'll talk about the supports. Bobber's the only one here
That's me.
who's support, and you play Moira, I think, in the tank and like the double shield like team comp lineup. So talk to me about your like preferred style of play, whether it's Moira, Ana, Mercy, whoever, and how comfortable you feel in this meta playing as the Moira.
So when it comes to Moira, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the Moira. Honestly, I feel like my Moira is still kind of iffy, but I mean it's improving. When it comes to preferred heroes, though, all right, let me lock the Ana, all right, but I can't lock the Ana anymore because it's double shield. So like half of my healing is gonna go into a barrier that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like right now we're stuck with like a set of 3 different healers that exist in the game right now with just Bap, Lucio, and Moira. Because like I don't know, there's not really much you can run unless you're running a Pharah, and then you're missing like half of the team's healing. But yeah, just being stuck to like those 3 with not having Zen or Mercy really. Is there any other healers besides them? No, I think that's
Brig.
it. Oh yeah, Brig. All right, well we don't need to bring Brig back. We're fine. I'm fine with leaving her there.
Brig can stay dead.
But yeah, I don't know. I want to bust out more healers. I want to play more than just Bap and Lucio. No, I don't play Lucio. Sorry, I'm the garbage Lucio. Bap and Moira. There you go.
Yeah, I saw a lot in the Overwatch League towards the end of it, where it was like I guess like conventional meta comps being like Ana Brig and not a lot of Zen, but like if he was gonna be run, it was with a Baptiste. But yeah, like Bap and Mercy being run a little bit, just to like, I don't know if they were just testing to see if they could make that work and didn't actually have that cohesive of a game plan going into it. But I was really hoping towards the end there that someone had found like not an answer, but at least another option that we could play with on support, because I definitely like playing Lucio, but playing Moira for like 3 hours or 4 hours of competitive queue can really rot the brain. I don't think it's healthy for us gamers out there. So,
Yeah, it's really not fun, especially with that skill orb.
I feel as if like the other supports as they are right now, they're not bad. It's just that like Moira and Bap and Lucio are just too good.
Okay.
Because like Zen like hasn't been changed a lot, and I still think he's in a good state. But like you wouldn't run Zen over like Moira or something,
Yeah.
because Moira just exists and has more healing than him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're 100% right, especially with just like the other heroes that are meta. Kind of determines a lot of the time what support are good. It's not really like a buff or nerf that needs to happen aside from like Moth meta Mercy. So
Oh,
it's always just which healers can keep these tanks alive. So
Oh yeah, no. If it comes to keeping tanks alive, I don't think Zen's ever gonna come.
he was yeah, I could see his utility with like Wrecking Ball, Winston Diva, just because of it keeps out a you can heal out a line of sight for a while, and then also do a little bit of diving yourself with your damage output. But yeah, aside from that like niche scenario, there's like such little room for Zen. Poor guy, because I love him to death. He has a great ult too. So, but
He's still fun to play.
oh, absolutely. Any
I don't know.
playing with lower
yeah,
SR
Bubbers,
players,
you lock
just
him
hit that.
every single time.
Every
Play,
game in
until
the
we
way
tell you
on
to like
him.
switch.
I'm just saying, let me lock the Zen. It's an easy clap after that.
Zen will never be
No.
meta as long as there's 2 shields.
Let me lock the Zen, and our playoff run is already completed.
We're just not locking the Zen to give a chance.
You're right, we'll be on the first round.
Hey,
Wait, that wasn't our plan?
first round only belongs to us, the wild card players. So you get a
yeah.
free pack.
That's true.
But
that's
let's talk
true.
about your, I guess, first round or first game you guys get to play against One Last Ride. There's been a lot of talk about One Last Ride potentially being like weaker than people thought, like maybe midway through the season when they were probably at like their most hype.
hmm
So a lot of like high impact members of the community and a couple people I've talked to have been just like, yeah, One Last Ride is kind of having a fall from grace. And like personally, I haven't seen it, so it's all just rumors and just completely just like empty to me. So I want to hear your thoughts on that matchup that's gonna come up not this Wednesday but the next one. And if you guys think that's going to be an easy roll for you guys right on to the next game, or is it like kind of a nail biter, or are you just super nervous, anxious, whatever? So talk to me about it.
All right. I got this. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a secret about us. All right. We're actually really bad at the game. It's true. We're all really bad at the game, right? So I don't think any of our playoff games can be easily summed up with just easy clap on to the next one, because we're all just really bad at the game.
That's our mentality going into it, though.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, honestly, I'm just more excited to play them because I think One Last Ride was no, it wasn't One Last. Was it One Last Ride? I don't know. I forget. We played someone like very new at the start because one team dropped out, and I'm pretty sure it was One Last Ride. So I think we just kind of want to get that revenge for week 1.
Yeah, you played against them week 1, which is kind of crazy. So
Yeah, I kind of just want that revenge right now.
I think they're definitely not a team that anyone should underestimate. I mean, they're what? We're the 3 seed.
yeah, they're the third seed under me.
Yeah, so they're the 3rd seed for a reason, and they're gonna try and prove it, and we're gonna try and prove that we're deserving of the 6 seed and why we didn't have to go through play-ins. So I think it'll be a really good matchup.
I'm gonna be unprofessional real quick. I gotta disappear for like 15 seconds. I'm being cold.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna bring some spice real quick, okay? Not necessarily spice, but like the thing about us is like Eclipse and like we only have 6 players on our roster, right? And then if you look at a team that has like multiple players, especially if they're new pickups, like obviously like Falcon and them that just got picked up, like especially since it's so recent, the synergy won't be there because I mean we've been playing with each other mostly for the whole season for the most part, and we've been through it all. But like if you have what do they have, like 9 players on the roster? It's like, I mean, I don't know there. I feel like that's going to be their biggest disadvantage going into it, just not having that synergy yet and having to swap like mid-match just players out will throw off their mentality. So I think we'll win it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely appreciate a team that doesn't have a lot of swaps throughout the season. Do you guys? I wasn't keeping too close of an eye on too many teams, especially in the beginning. But was there any roster changes throughout the season? Just like one pickup, one loss, anything like that?
There's a few.
Yeah,
think.
there is. We kind of cut. Okay, so at the beginning of the season, I think we had Dimtree, Cryptic, Sleepy, Bubbers, Kirk, Red Gear, 9 Volt, and we weren't looking too good. So I think I don't remember if it was in like week 5, 6, or 7 or something like that. That we picked me up on the roster and we got 4-0'd by Alta 4, which is it's not. I mean, it was a rough week, but then after that we basically dropped half the team. So Sleepy, Kirk, and Dimtree stepped down as well to become our ex-coach. And that same week we also picked up Bray, and then we went on to face you guys, which we prepared a lot for. We actually like spent a long time preparing for that match because yeah, it was getting 4-0'd is not a good feeling. So we prepared a lot for our next match, and luckily we came up on top. And pretty sure like 2 weeks or 1 week later we picked up Shoni, and ever since we've just been on a hot streak. So that's a commit.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, that is a little bit more stable, I guess, than a lot of these other switches that you guys are mentioning, where it's like at the end of the season picking up 2 players, picking up 1 player, dropping another player, and having these.
It's been pretty like low key, I guess.
Yeah, it looked like it was like just 2 pickups and a bunch of drops, like a thinning of the herd. And I definitely vibe with the 6-person look. We have 7 on our team just because one of our players is so hit or miss on actually showing up to games, so it's kind of just like a sub situation only for them. So we definitely like to see the same team week in and week out instead of like, remember when we first got here and we saw Invictus's 10-person roster and we're like, what the heck? How does that even work? How do you even play with that? So we're good to hear that you have the solid group of gamers. So is there anything else in like the playoffs that you guys are interested in? Like I this is my first season here, so like everything is new and shiny.
Yeah, and everything's new to me as well.
And me as well.
Subtle flex. This is my 3rd playoff, so 3 seasons. But just throwing that out there.
Subtle
No,
flex.
0 for 3, huh, Bubbers?
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Going for 0 for 3. Let's go, boys. But yeah, I'm back. What did we talk about while I was gone?
Just pickups, like what we've been through the season, like what our roster looked like and what it looks like now.
Oh boy, our season started off fun. That
Yeah.
was it was rough.
But
And then we
brought it
picked up the
back.
boys.
Yeah, that was rough. I remember coming into that match, we had like 0 prep. We're like, Eclipse, easy 4-0. Like they can't do anything to anyone. And then we got rolled, and we're like, whoa. Everyone told us this was a team that we could just sleep on. What happened? So then we watched you guys after that. It was really cool. We're like, well, all right, something worked. And I didn't want to like at Dimtree, but it's like everyone was correlating it to them. So I was like, I
All right, well,
wonder.
Dimtree's a thrower, so
That's
I'm
okay.
just gonna throw that out there.
He used to have such high, yeah, I used to, respect him, and then he dropped on us.
Pepe
Went
will laugh.
Went off
The-
to Fortnite. Feels bad,
Two,
man.
yeah, 2 weeks before playoffs.
Oof. Hate to see that.
You really do.
Yeah, it's a little rough. But whatever's more fun for the whole family, I guess. But yeah, we'll sit here and play the adult game that we have, and pay the bill. Overwatch is like I wouldn't say a boomer game, but like it's a
Overwatch does not pay the bills. I can confirm.
no, yeah, it's a rough job. It's a part-time gig at like a gas station, and you just do it to get by. And you've been doing it for so long that you don't want to leave. It's not like these other games.
I only play it because I'm addicted right now.
Yeah,
If I wasn't addicted, I probably wouldn't even touch
this
the
game is honestly just like crack, and that's the
So
only
bad.
way I can describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I sometimes hate this game, and I'm like, man, I'm really bored. What am I gonna do? You know, I'll go on Overwatch. Maybe it'll be better.
Maybe
It
it'll
never
be
is.
better.
The way I describe it usually is like, it's the worst game I've ever consistently played, but the highs are so high that I can't drop it.
For real.
Exactly.
The moments
bro.
where Overwatch is like what I assumed in beta was gonna be like everyday Overwatch. It's just like, oh, like that'll get me through like 3 days of crap queue, and then but then just when it's not those moments of just like, wow, these hype moments, and I just want to keep playing, it's back to the I hate that, and you hate the game before it's even started, and you're like, oh man. So
It's like it has like the highest highs and also like the very very lowest lows, like bottom of the barrel.
yeah.
Like I'd rather be like playing Minesweeper than sometimes than like playing Paris. It's like hard.
That's
I'm
another
so-
thing I want to talk about. That is like the new maps. We can talk about the ones that they're going to be in
Garbage.
playoffs, but I definitely want to talk about the ones that are getting thrown into competitive queue and your guys' thoughts on.
Do you mean like the maps that are in competitive queue, or like new maps in general?
No, not like brand new maps, but like the way the competitive queue is being altered to be that only certain maps are in each season, and they're like displayed out in front and everything like that, and the pool of maps that they picked. Because I know it seems like gamers are rejoicing to see Paris go. As a Frenchman, I am a little sad. Definitely like to sit and not move and shoot at a choke. Big fan.
Shield, yeah, I love shooting.
There's
at
like
shields.
don't worry. There's like 4 other maps that are
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
exact same.
I'm not too
No, but
upset, but it's it seems a lot of people hated Paris, and I didn't really get why. But talk to me about like your feelings on the map pool.
it's
It's
like
bad.
the first point is Anubis point A, and the second point is Hanamura point B, in my opinion.
I feel
And-
well for point A. There's one way that you can push in. Only one. On the other two CP maps, there's you could go down the middle, you could go left, or you could go right. On Paris, it is one choke point that you have to
Unless-
get through.
Unless you have like
of
Fair
pharmacy.
Mercy,
Exactly.
then you have to go main
So like,
and
what
have
other
to go into the onslaught of Bastion.
what other like? I feel like there isn't a lot of 2CP maps that don't just have one choke you have to go through. Like without
Hanamura,
like high
there's-
mobility. Like Hanamura is
Yeah,
like the one.
you can have a
main
high
choke.
mobility.
Hanamura has 2. There's
How does Hanamura have two? I thought it was just the one main choke because I don't count
Unless
the
you
top
have high
left 'cause that's
mobility.
high
Exactly.
mobility.
Yeah. That's
if you have high mobility, then you can go left. Anubis.
Again,
I
just-
kind
You could go right, left.
You go right, you go
main.
left, main.
Yeah.
but it's still through that one
Horizon-
choke point.
True,
It's
but
just after
like,
that choke point you get to decide: do you want to run under the bastion? Do you want to run to the right, to the left of the bastion? Do you want to run to the right of the bastion? See what happens.
Whereas Paris, we have to run at the bastion.
Yeah, well, I still think with Paris, there's like, see, for me, I always felt like there was a lot of freedom on that first point when it came to attacking in comparison to like Hanamura. Hanamura for me felt the most linear of all the 2CP maps, so like I dislike that one immensely. But I love maps like Temple and Paris, which are like sometimes people's like least favorite maps, just because like with Paris, all you have to do is we've been doing in like competitive and stuff like that. Just put a Maywall in front of the choke, and then just run a direction. And I mean, it's not gonna work every time, but like that's how we get that like engagement started with like. But yeah, I can see why 2CP in general is just such a hot topic because so many people seem to dislike it in comparison to like Control. Like it seems like everybody's a fan because you don't start and have an advantage.
Well, because
you just have to run
there's
to
no
it.
draws
thing
on
is-
control.
true, and also the thing is, for most of the 2CP maps, they're like heavily defense favored.
Yeah.
Like with point B, like literally being right in front of the spawn on most, if not all maps. Volskaya maybe, because you have to walk a little bit.
Yeah.
But like most of them are just so defense favored, and if you're playing attack, you are just not gonna have fun. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm a guy who likes Anubis, so
Hey, I like Anubis. Don't worry, you're not alone.
okay, good.
First map of the
I-
game, you gotta give it its dues. Sick,
I
sick
feel
map.
I just feel like it's oddly soothing, even attacking, because like Anubis Point B, you have like three major ways to go, kind of like Paris, but they're kind of a bit smaller, and you have a lot of cover, so you're not just going in the open.
Right.
I don't
No,
know if
I
I don't know if that makes sense at all, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah, because Paris, when you're going on defense, or going into defensive round 2 as the offense, your every movement is really telegraphed because the entire defense can see you. It has like infinite
It's
time to
just-
set up. So
yeah, it's just very very open. I feel like.
yeah,
And
temples there's
Anubis-
definitely like surprise tactics you can pull. You
Yeah.
can kind of mask your movements a little bit better. You can use cover a little bit more effectively. So yeah, I completely agree there. But definitely see the frustrations with those kind of maps, but like Temple's so cool. I love that map, and I love how it's changed. Like I remember when the game first came out and that left path just
Oh
did
my
not exist.
goodness.
Oh my gosh.
And
Boy.
point B,
Completely different.
point B was so bad.
Remember when Bashnet and Overshield?
Oh, here we go. See, this is why
The
I
good
can't say
old
we're
days.
boomer games, but we're right on that edge. Talk about the old days.
No, I gotta bring back Shield Bastion.
That would triple shield Bastion.
Triple
bring back-
shield,
They gotta bring
immortality
back
field.
5-man res.
Oof.
Oh, bro, 5-man res, yes.
No, they should have 5-man res mercy. Keep Baptiste with immortality field. Bastion with his front shield, and then Ursa
Ursa
Sigma.
Sigma. Oh my goodness, sounds like a fun game.
For real.
Sounds like a game I'm willing to play.
Mm-hmm.
Get the other DPS pick as Sim when she used to have the projected shield.
Oh no! And then like shield generator,
Oh my god, yeah.
where Bastion
ruining the
has
game.
like 400 health.
I just
That's
want
nightmare material.
Nah, I think Sim's old E ability was the best, where she just like gave everyone 25 shields at the start of the round.
I miss the old Torb armor too. I find myself like
I liked the Torb armor, like when you just like
Armor
gave
the Tracer and send her in.
yeah, exactly. I loved that kind of stuff. Like because you couldn't just
That's
memorize
big
health
right now.
values before that. Like you had to actually like, all right, I'm gonna one clip this Tracer. Oh wait, she's at 225. What? And then you have to like dedicate way more to her. Oh gosh, definitely. And especially now with her current buffs, how good she would be from range with that armor on her. Ugh. Now I'm just breaking the game. Never mind.
Disgusting.
But let's talk, I guess, more on track about not funny Overwatch stuff. More,
Not funny.
more,
Didn't laugh.
more
No
serious
fun.
and unfun things like who you think has. I guess we'll talk about like not like superlatives, but like who's bait, like who's fodder. Just be honest with me. Who's
Okay, yeah. Ooh.
who
Yeah.
didn't even have a chance to begin with? Why are they like they're not even here? Because like we can candidly say that not everybody who's in the playoffs probably deserved to be there. I think we all kind of got carried, or not all of us, but a lot of us got carried by the fact that 5 teams dropped out of Discord tier, so we didn't really have to try too hard. So like, give me the info of like
Give me the juice.
at the beginning of the season, like you were like, aside from yourselves, because at the beginning of the season, I know it wasn't looking too hot for you
Pepe
guys.
Olaf, dude.
But who is just like, no, this team has not gotten better since then. They've just rided the train
The
of free wins.
buys. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to leave this one probably to Bray. Bray has, or not Bray, no, excuse me. Bray's a nice little boy. Rocket, this is all
I'm
you.
newer. Well, I'm newer too, so I don't really know who.
Rocket has
had
plenty to
before
say
buys.
about teams, alright?
Rocket's revving up, dude. He's about to pop off.
Not really. Teams that don't put. Wait, what team starts at Renovaria? Okay. I think you can make an argument for Infius not being here and Alta 4. I think Prodigious definitely made a wild card Renovadio,
He's just sucking up.
I'm about to say, like,
Aimbot.
I wouldn't even say that, y'all. You're wild.
Yeah.
You're
Honestly,
wild.
honestly, I
Wildin'.
think if Reno didn't drop out, they'd probably be in the 6, I think. But yeah, I think we definitely deserve a spot like in the overall, like even in wildcard. But yeah,
I feel like
definitely
aimbots and
NPS
Sugar Rush
Alpha
would have
4.
been right there too. Like this is
Yeah,
a lot of these like at the beginning of the season wildcard teams just aren't here anymore. crazy.
I don't think Sugar Rush would have made it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I mean, before they like disbanded, like a lot of their players just left, like Light Rose and Auto Liver and stuff. So, and then like Otaku definitely wouldn't have either. But I mean, I think, yeah, you take out Alta 4 and Infius and put in Reno and
Aimbots question mark.
yeah, aimbots.
Yeah. All right, I could see that. Yeah, I definitely good on Amphius and Alta 4 for making it here. But yeah, at the beginning of the season, I was 100% certain they were not gonna be here. No help from Specs. Constantly putting them down. So I'm definitely glad to see them here though. Just for that little piece of spite. Any other and I guess for the ones who are here, any major weak links regarding like the seating? Like, do you think that commits rated too highly as like a terrible example, but of like, or who do you think is like they kind of rode in on like a early like good record, and maybe aren't like the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth best team or something like that? Because I feel like the top three, a lot of people just they're not willing to go out and say aren't the top three because they just haven't really showed that they're not. But is there like an Instalock or a Tough Luck or a I guess we talked about the wild card, so it's really just that unless you guys want to rag on yourself or one last ride.
I'm gonna say probably Invictus got a pretty early good schedule at the beginning of the season. Maybe I think honestly, if you were to put us like before playoffs, I think you could have put us in the 4 seed over Tough Luck. Like
Ooh.
they're really good, but I think we're definitely good too. So I mean, Tough Luck had a pretty easy schedule as well. I mean, if we were as good as we were now back then when we played against them, like I wasn't even there, then I think the score would have been a little different.
Yeah, I can vibe with that. I think Tough Luck are a really good team that definitely like deserve like the not wild card spot. Like
Oh, yeah, for
they're
sure.
super good, and I think you guys did as well. There was a lot of talk about like Instalock though. Like a lot of people, I guess they're just looking at their roster constantly changing or just a little shaky on if they're like ready or not.
I think Instalock's a little underrated coming into playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think they deserve to be
Yeah,
there
I think they
more
beat
than
Tough Luck,
people give them.
honestly.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's exciting. I'm hearing so many
That's what I
different
was
opinions
gonna
from
say
people,
too.
and I like that.
I think
I think that's the most like I think that's the game that could go either way, like more than any other.
I'm all for
Nice.
Instalock there. Like I mean, Zaliant, like recent pickup is really good. Like he's a really good DPS.
Yeah, and I think Frosty coming back also gives them a huge like a really big like rejuvenation boost.
Wasn't Frosty
kind of.
just gone like a week though?
No.
No, he was gone for like
Yeah, he was gone
like
for
a
little
month,
bit.
I think.
like
Really?
something like that. Definitely not a week.
It felt like that just because like again I didn't play them like the entire time he was gone,
Mm-hmm.
and like
Mm.
it was a well actually hold on, we played them fairly late. Let me crunch the numbers. Let me do some accounting. He's super good. Definitely like an awesome DPS. And sucks. I don't think. Yeah, Kuna's like for sure gone, right? Like that's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's on
Yeah.
another team.
So we played Instalock week 11, and Frosty was on the team. And then Frosty got added for playoffs, and they only had one game to play, which was Infius. So he was gone for 1 week of games.
Didn't they get forward by Infius, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was gone for that game and then came back.
Okay, so maybe we're a little stupid, but
Well, here's the thing. I was like, for like actual span of time, I think you guys were. It's like closer to a month. It was like 3 weeks, but there was only 1 week of games that they missed because of just how crazy the
Buys.
schedule is of just like
Mhm.
buys and everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
so like no worries there. But that's interesting that they're underrated in your opinion. I'm super
Yeah.
like I've only heard the opposite lately, and I'm there. I'm on the Instalock hype train. I think like I guess I'm worried about synergy as I am with like any team that's like picked up someone within the past 4 weeks. But
Mhm. I
I
mean,
look at the talent on the team, and it might be enough to
yeah,
just
I think
wipe.
Zaliant hard carries them to be tough luck on
Nice.
DPS.
Yeah, I think Tough Luck overlooks them and doesn't and like plays down to their level almost,
Okay.
and Insolok comes up and beats them.
Nice. Do you think the final two are going to be the projected final two commit meteors?
Commit for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna
I
take
mean,
commit down.
yeah, commits
Wait.
like
Okay, wait, no, no,
crazy.
no. Commits on the other side.
Above overs.
No,
Yeah,
no,
commits
no.
on the
I
other
was gonna say,
side. We
don't
can
wait.
just say
Yeah, I was
that.
gonna say.
Yeah.
They're not on
Yeah.
our side. I have no contestation. They can beat everybody over there. They're not on your side because we're on the same side. So, yeah, there's no reason to fight that. It's no one's interest. But Tough Luck took a map off them. They're the only other. They're the one of two teams to do it. Which I don't know. A lot of people don't know this. They're kind of a dark horse team that took a map off them early in the season. That's prodigious. Not a lot of people know that, but I know that
Yeah,
because I was
and
there.
didn't Otaku as well and Reno
Yeah,
Audio
they're
and
not a
stuff.
team, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, they definitely have their weaknesses, but I feel like when they're actually trying hard, I feel like, and they're not like, I don't want to say sandbagging, but like when they're not like, when they're trying hard and they really want to win, they're kind of like unstoppable.
No, they're
Because
insane.
like,
It's ridiculous.
yeah,
It's
like if it's a map 1 or a map 4 loss, then like they either just overlooked it or weren't playing up to the, or they were playing down to their level.
exactly. Yeah, what we ended up finding out about our win is that like it was map 1. So yeah, just like what you said, they weren't really, I guess, in form yet, is what I should say. And they're trying out a new player, and they're like, yeah. So you get a little bit of a excuse, I guess, where it's like, yeah, this person's brand new, hadn't really seen a lot of play time, tried him out, didn't work, subbed him off, rolled us for the rest of it. Not a full roll, but a pretty hard, like a soft roll.
It's still commit though.
And yeah, and like cause like Infius, no, can't do it. Invictus, no way. Especially without Falcon. Falcon was my Insalok, I don't think so. Tough Luck took a map off them, I guess. Like
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
the biggest shot, I guess.
I think yeah, tough like or like I mean, commits really, 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 really good, and tough like took a map off of them. That's pretty poggy. Not gonna lie, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's big.
And then they
Good
gotta
on
wait
them.
until the second and third seed to play in the final, which would be fun. So like, cause I mean, I obviously like projections. It's gotta be one last ride or meteors, unless you guys just tell one last ride to go home one last time, and that'd be a
You know,
quite the massive upset.
I think we really should make it their one last ride.
And
I think we
that'd be
beat them
fitting.
honestly. I mean, obviously I'm gonna say that because I'm on Eclipse, but I think a lot of people are kind of overlooking us again. The same thing with Instalock. I feel like people are just like, oh, one last ride's number 3 seed. They're gonna 4-0 Eclipse, but I think we take that and beat them 3-2,
Ooh,
3-1, 3-2.
so close game, but
Dude.
still.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. I don't think it'll be a blowout either way.
Okay, yeah, no. I did, yeah. I don't think anybody with a brain could really say that either team's gonna kind of roll because you guys are like super good. I'd say you kind of right on the money where it's like one last ride, third seed, you guys kind of fourth seed if we were doing that like performance wise towards the end of the season. So definitely like a hot match. Um, and then the winner has to play the winner between match 1 and Meteors, and that's not looking forward if we beat Alta 4 to play Meteors. That team is looking ridiculous. I think that
Yeah,
if
they're
Commit
really
played
good
Meteors right
too.
now, like that'd be quite a game.
Dude, I want to replay Meteors so bad.
You might
For
get the
real,
chance.
man.
We better get the chance to play them.
They got some big names over there, and Pyro's been super cool. I've been talking to them lately, and played them in our final match of the season, and jeez, was it stifling. So super cool to see that level of play, and
Yeah.
hope that there's a lot of
Pyro's
off-season
insane.
stuff. Oh yeah, no way, no way could I output that
Yeah,
amount of
dude,
DPS.
he's cracked. He's so good.
No, I think us versus Meteors game would be pretty cracked out. I think we gotta make it happen.
Is there like a salty match that you want to redo or just have that's like really been itching in the back of your mind? Is it the Meteors?
Commit
Commit?
for me, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I
Because
got it.
I had to sub out for the whole second half because my internet went down that night.
I got to play off tank. Let's go.
Yeah,
Dude, they should put me on tank. I'm just saying.
yeah. So mine's commit because I didn't get to play the second half of the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely Meteors, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that was your first game with us.
Nah, I was Alta 4, I think. And we got 4 which is.
Oh no, yeah,
But,
it was Alta 4. I think Alta 4.
But like
was-
Alta 4 took a map off of Meteors.
Yeah, they did.
so-
Bro, that was a fucking game to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of it's literally like what happened to us when we placed
Harmony,
placed
yeah.
Siva. Like they just busted out some Ryan strat and caught us off guard, but Meteors and us adapted towards the end.
Nice.
That high C match was fun.
Do you guys have like a rival that you guys have been either since the beginning of the season or like recently been like that's the team we need to beat in any given scenario?
If it's team that we need to beat, then obviously commit. But we haven't really scrimmed them. I feel like we should try it, even though we're
Good
playing.
for us.
Gotcha. No, yeah, I saying towards the end of the season that you have a, like our going into the season was like Alta 4 and aimbots for us, but like aimbots left and that was a little bit of a bummer. But a lot of people seem to have like a team that they always have like a target on their back when it comes to playing them because they just either it's like super friendly or it's the opposite, like they feel slighted by them in like a game or something.
I feel like we have a slight friendly rivalry with Invictus, in my opinion. That's just me, though.
Enough players on that team that you can at least get friendly with one of them.
Yeah.
Alright, join in. Now we're in.
Cryptic Forces joined the chat.
Yeah, the guy.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest.
Where have you been? Were you asleep? Tell me you were asleep. Tell me I was
yeah,
right.
I was.
I told you guys. I told you guys.
Oh my god, this
calculated,
guy.
Sleepy
6 hours.
Force.
This guy,
I
bro.
almost on 6 hours because I was scuffed, but I'm here.
So for those of you who don't know who Cryptic Force is, he is the resident feeder of Eclipse from what people seem to say.
Hey,
Oh, you're the one
not
at
a clip.
McDonald's.
Biggest feeder in Trank, undisputed. I'm gonna say a 3-time champ. So you know what? Come at me. If there was no competition.
Nice. So I guess we'll talk more about like individuals on the team now that we have technically everybody who's supposed to be here. So who contributes the most out of the game to like your mental health as a team or like cohesion wise? Like who's giving you the happy smiley face messages at like 3 o'clock in the morning saying just thinking about you, hope we have a good game or practice coming up, like that kind of like lovey-dovey keeping everybody together shit.
9-volt.
Yeah, I'll say
The
I
boomer
got that.
himself.
Yeah, I'm a boomer.
Yeah, the dad 9-volt.
Boomer.
Dad boom. That was unanimous too. You guys just all said that. That's pretty cool. Who's improved the most since they're like joining the team? Like, who's like came out and like proved you wrong? Or like, oh, this person was gonna perform sub average, and then like, oh no, they actually went ham.
9-volt.
9-volt?
Yeah, I want to
Well,
get.
like the thing with 9-volt here though is that like when before Lucio's buffed, we didn't have a Lucio player.
We ran Mercy
Yeah.
Moira.
We
Yeah.
dropped
Well,
Kirk.
we
and
had one, and then Kirk said
Kirk
no.
left.
Yeah,
So we had to have someone pick up the Lucio role, and we kind of sat on it for like a few games, and then finally 9-volt just said, "All right, I'm doing it." And ever since he's just been our Lucio bot, so
Yeah.
Nice.
like he's not a bot. He's good.
Right.
Yeah, because Lucio's definitely like I feel like a must-need support hero, definitely in this meta for the speed.
Especially as like a aspiring support main, like anybody out there would be like. I feel like especially from the main support role, like Lucio's a great jumping point because like his his kit's so unique and it takes so much time to master that you can dedicate like an entire player to just playing Lucio, and you'll get a
Mhm.
lot of value out of that person if they can perform well.
Also,
So-
I feel like, I mean, I think out of like the most of the game since it's been out, like Lucio's been like
Meta.
there, except for the Moth meta for like in most of Overwatch League Season 1. Lucio has just been there. So I feel like, I mean, I can't really speak for this because I don't play main support, but if you play main support, you might want to like make sure like you know Lucio because he's been here like the whole time. And if he goes out, he's probably gonna come back again. So
Can't get rid of the frog, bro.
you can't get rid of him.
Yeah, but the frog is too valuable for any comp to not have.
They should just up the every character's walking speed by 15%, and then they'll kill Lucio.
And that doesn't get buffed by his speed boost. That would
Hey,
that
why
would
don't we-
destroy the frog.
Why don't we bring back Brigitte, this old sandbag, and give her a 50%
No.
movement speed?
Okay, bring the Zen back. I can agree with that. Bring
No.
the Zen. You don't want Zen back?
I don't know. I mean, when I used to play a lot of Zen, I kind of just felt like I was a sitting duck. To be honest, there's like
You-
no
'cause you are.
nobility.
Okay, you weren't deadly enough with the Zen then.
Listen, I was a very.
You need to be a Jonak in the front line, bro.
I can. One of the only things
you're
I
playing
can
Zen
do is
wrong.
aim. So
I can't even do that, and I played Zen pretty deadly.
true.
Have you guys seen my aim?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no.
didn't you used to play Hanzo or something?
Oh,
Listen, I have a bad aim.
What's that? I don't want to talk. I have no comment.
The main tank, Pepe laugh.
yeah, no, that's always rough. As a main tank player turned DPS, people told me I had to hit things. I was like, what the heck is this?
For a maintain player, my widow's kind of cracked. Not gonna lie.
There it is.
Okay,
Sure.
you sound like
Okay,
Dempsey. Okay, you sound
okay.
like Dempsey right now.
Dude, I'm not
Okay, boomer.
lying. I've got the best widow on the team, and I'm not gonna let anyone tell me otherwise.
Every time we're in an FFA and you're playing Widow, dude, I'm being focused.
Because I'm
Well-
good.
Well, I do go
I'm-
Winston. I do go Winston.
Hoes
I-
mad, bro.
I do go Winston. I will give him that.
That's funny.
No, I think obviously best widow is me. Your main support, the
No, it's Dempsey.
It's Dimtree.
Oh yeah,
We're
Dimtree.
unassociated
It's also
with him,
4.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's not part of it.
Yeah, he's gone. We don't like him anymore. Actually,
Yeah, we
hate
don't
that
like
guy.
him.
Dimtree the Exiled.
Oh no,
Rest
he's
in
Dempsey.
peace.
The traitor. He's the traitor.
The Judas.
Yeah, no, but Shawnee best widow.
Obviously. It's one of the only things I can do. Except Reaper now, I guess.
It was the night
Yeah,
before
Bastion.
Dimtree left us. We were all in a call, and I said, "One of you here will betray me," and it was
Oh.
Dimtree.
What part of the Bible is this?
The big one.
That is an actual part of the Bible, I think. Hold
Yeah,
on.
dude,
Let me look up the quote. Yeah, no, I think wasn't it like the Last Supper? Jesus was like, "Yo, someone here is about to betray me, bro."
He said, "Yo," what are you backstab me, bro?
And Judas was like, hey.
I was like, Caesar. Yo, I
Hold
feel like
on.
one of you are gonna stab me in the back.
I don't know why I'm getting that vibe though.
Hold on.
Yo, one of y'all is capping about being my friends. I don't know who it is.
This dude Jesus sat there, he took a sip of his wine, and said, I ain't trust all of y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Someone here ain't up to my vibe, all right? And I'm about to get vibe checked by one of y'all."
And then Judas stood up and he pulled out the strap. Man,
Why you had to say something?
He's like, "Yeah, I wasn't gonna vibe check you, but you brought it up, so you know."
dude, Sunday school is wild.
And I do 21st century Sunday school. It's wild now.
Bro, if that's what church is like, I need to start going.
yeah, same here, I guess.
Dude, when they gonna release the Bible too?
The Church of Overwatch. Hold on, wait. Church of
Papa Jeff?
who would be
Papa Jeff?
our Jeff would be our Lord and
Yeah,
Savior.
Yeah, of course it'd be Papa Jeff.
It's gotta be.
I'm not sure if I have a picture, but I have a. No, I'm not gonna say it out loud. I can say it out loud.
Isn't like
Dude,
the Bible Part 2, like Islam? Wouldn't that
The
be like
Bible 2.
chronologically?
The Quran.
Bible 2.
Like
No.
the Bible 2,
I'm looking it
like
up.
Mohammed, no problems. Like
Jesus is back and he's not crucifying around.
then you got Bible 3, Jesus' American Vacation. That's the Mormon one.
The Bible 2 has a 3.7 out of 5 on Goodreads.com.
It's not the
Is
best.
this actually? Is this an actual like? Wait, why is Jesus? Okay, this is okay. This is not the actual Bible 2. It's Jesus Christ on a unicorn with machine guns.
So let's talk.
That's the
about
that's the
top
book
fours.
of
Yeah,
Mormon.
okay,
I don't know
let's
what
get back
you're
on
talking
Alright,
topic.
let's get back to
We're
the
getting
podcast.
Yeah. No, Miss ahead of you has got an interesting route.
It's all Nick's fault. Anyway,
Yeah, it's all my fault.
top 4 for each tier. We'll start with the one we all know and love, the Discord tier. No throwers here. So let's talk. Who's gonna be the final 4? Who's it gonna be?
Alright. Someone take this one. I want to do
I'll take this. I know it's gonna be Meteors and Eclipse for the right side of the bracket, and I forget who's on the other side of the bracket, so I need to go quickly double check.
I'm saying commit. I'm saying commit Instalock Meteors Eclipse.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah. Commit.
Wait, you guys are saying? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'll just put it alphabetically. No particular order, everybody. Just.
All right, but who makes top 2?
Ooh, I guess that's important.
Commit and
Hopefully us.
yeah, hopefully us.
Hopefully,
I mean,
Meteors will be
I don't know,
tough.
let's get one last right first. Through.
Yeah.
Like let's
Yeah.
let's focus on that first.
All right.
Dude, I'm already doing my homework for commit.
Okay.
Write your
kidding, I
essays,
just-
cite your
I don't-
sources.
I don't even fucking log into Overwatch to.
All
Alright.
right, and then I don't know how hip you are to Harmony tier, but can you give
Alright,
us a top
alright.
4?
Let me give you a top 4 for Harmony tier. All right. So here's the thing about DDoS. Okay. I got this player. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is PDK Kid. He's
the
kind of the
goat.
best Junkrat to ever
Oh,
play the game.
the fucking good.
And then you got my boy J-Star, my boy Mix. Dude, DDoS will win the whole thing because PDK Kid plays Junkrat the whole entire. Even
I
on control,
agree,
he just
I
busts out the
agree.
J Silly.
The
And then
J-Silly.
it's a grand finals against Illusion.
If
and then Vitamin
PDK
C.
Kid,
Actually, I
if
don't even know the
PDK
bracket,
can
but
play
yeah,
Junkrat,
Illusion and-
nobody is stopping DDoS.
So yeah,
Illusion-
DDoS is on the left side, and so they can't have Illusion in the finals. They could have Vitamin C, Mini Hippos, Jetpack Cats, Holy Jalapenos, or Maelstrom.
Yeah, Jetpack Cats for sure.
Yeah, GPC.
Jetpack Cats, yeah, for top 4, I don't really want to talk about the grand finals besides the fact that DDoS wins it, but, yeah. Illusion, JPC.
DDoS.
It can't.
Well,
It can't
DDoS
be
can't
Illusion.
be in the top 4
Yeah.
with Illusion because they'd have to.
Yeah, because they'd have to.
Oh,
play
yeah,
for it.
okay, yeah.
So we
Wait,
gotta
I'm
drop it.
taking Vitsi, jalapenos.
Your Joe
So no Jetpack Cats.
D. No, I don't think they beat Vitsi. Vitsi looked really good against Illusion. And I mean, they're the first team they were undefeated, but like, obviously they're gonna look good, but I don't know.
I think about next lineup. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Illusion Vitesi. Illusion Vitesi rematch of finals.
you're wrong.
So no DDoS.
DDoS makes finals.
No, DDoS makes it. Just mute Cryptic.
I love
Know what he's talking
DDoS.
about.
Never hit him.
I love DDoS.
So who's coming in
but-
from the bottom spot? Karma Undead.
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 Karma?
Oh.
Okay.
Cryptic's
interesting.
silence, Web.
This
So
kid doesn't know what he's
if we
talking about.
if we count everybody's votes except Cryptics, we have DDoS, jalapenos, Vitesi, and Undead making the top 4. Which makes sense. That's one from every possible semifinal
Yeah.
or quarterfinal.
Undead, yeah. Undead, DDoS, jalapenos, and Vitsi.
So you guys really think DDoS can make the mega play, beat Careless
If you
Pandas
put-
and Illusion?
If you put
under one
PDK Kid on
condition,
Junkrat,
PDK
put him
Kid
on
on
Junkrat.
Junkrat.
I like every single map. Like put him on it on control.
I've been playing comp with him recently, and that kid is cracked on Junkrat. He is so good.
Right. I want to start off by saying I love Dinos. I like a lot of people there, some of them are my former teammates, but I don't think they can go all the way.
I don't love you anymore, Cryptic.
Well, that's good because you're mine.
I'll
So.
put Illusion and Karma in 5th and 6th place for Cryptic, just to make him a little bit happy.
I think Illusion might see is a rematch for finals. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I've heard it was a very good game. I think that's what it's gonna come down to.
You heard it was a very good game. You didn't watch it.
I haven't had a chance to. It was free too. It's on NPC too. It's a good game. Because what's the point of watching it if it's already spoiled? I can't watch mods. If this game's spoiled, I'm not gonna watch it because I already know in the back of my head what's gonna go on. Lose all form of suspense.
Alright, but why didn't you watch it live? Then it wouldn't have
Because
been
I'm pretty
spoiled.
sure we had scrims. Oh wait. I don't know what the heck going on. But...
What?
Yeah.
What
Oh yeah.
game?
No, I was asleep. That was it. I was trying to remember one. There's a reason why.
SMH my head, dude.
I'm gonna tell Imphius that you guys think they can't beat Invictus and commit. They're gonna be really mad.
No, I think Infius beats Invictus.
I do too. I think Amphius wins that, and then Commit beats Amphius.
I'm telling them they said that.
Part of me was.
They're not happy.
Part of me is telling me that Invictus is going to win. But Melts made a comment about me the other day, so you know I'm going Impious.
Damn, Melts said one thing. Probably didn't. You didn't even say it was negative. You just said Melts talked to me, therefore Melts loses this
Melts-
game.
No,
No
it
one
was negative.
spoke to me.
It was negative. Hold on, like I gotta go find it. It was
You
like
had the
saying,
gall
I have
to
to
talk to me in front of my friends, so therefore you will be burdened by the fact that you know that I don't think you can win.
I'm like, no, honestly, that Infius looked pretty good.
Infius do look kind of good coming into this game. I have no idea what's going on in Invictus. Their V's capitalized. They have too many players. They don't play Smirk enough. Like I don't know.
They're just gonna fold.
Something's going on over there.
Something's going on. Like there's got to be some major. They must have like dental on that team because I have no reason to stay. I love those guys. Those guys are some of my favorite people in the community. They're super cool. I love Booth.
Oh yeah,
like-
Booth is great.
Booth's so sick. I miss Falcon. He was so funny. I liked Melts. I mean, their interview was the most recent one. They're awesome people.
For
I
real.
give them,
Yeah,
I give
but
them
Very better.
the business though because they're friends. I talk the most shit on people I like, which is I guess
Well, so that means my team must love me then.
yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard Cryptic Force
Yeah.
is the most loved in the community, which is why I hear even like Harmony tier players just like smacking you. I don't know what it is,
Yep.
but no, I'll
You
stand
okay?
by you. You were in the OG of this. You were in it before
Yeah,
I had
I
a
know.
name. So
I was. That's right.
because it took you this long to get an interview though.
This man's a boomer.
Yeah, I was like, we gotta do an interview, and they're like, no. I'm like, all right, no, I'm done. I'm just
Rocket, I told you like 15 times. I'm like, Rocket.
Well,
if you're-
Cryptic's like,
you
no,
you
we're
schedule
not doing
it.
one. No, there's no point. I'm like, bro,
Cryptic's the
we're
problem.
doing one.
Oh no.
Cryptic is the problem.
Yeah, no. As much as media attention, it's nice, but I kind of just want to go. I want to go without relatively unnoticed in the playoffs, but screw
What did he
it,
just say?
Slow
Yeah.
down.
dude. I gotta go fast, man.
I am
No.
speed.
I
Speaking
am.
of,
Science speed.
we have a scrim soon, so
Yeah, so do we. So this will be fun. But we can wrap it up. You guys take the chance to say any final thoughts. We can start with Bray and go down alphabetically in the call if you guys got anything.
I think
Okay, so Bubba.
Eclipse. No, I think Eclipse commit in the finals.
Ooh, spicy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Kind of hard to think that you think that we're not gonna beat all the 4 and meteors and you guys. So like that's a little rough to hear. But go ahead, Bubbers.
I don't know. I don't really have much to say. Just, I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, I want us to go all the way. You know, maybe winning a playoffs. So it's 1 and 2 instead of 0 for 3 would be nice.
Hey, there you go.
But you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Cryptic.
To me. Paul, I want to say this, buddy. You're one of my favorite people in Shrink, but I'm sorry, we're setting you home in the first round of playoffs.
Yikes. Rocket.
I think Meteors is goes to map 5. I'm not gonna say who wins it there. I think
Or
it's-
that, it'll be map 7.
Ooh.
Map 7. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's the
It's
first
the big
of 4.
one.
Map 7.
Shoney.
Map 7, bro.
I don't know. I think Epstein didn't. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
That's so.
no.
That's so gangster.
Okay, man.
I actually think it's gonna be all of the matches we play are gonna be pretty close.
Nice.
Dude, I don't want to have close matches again. That shit sucked last year. When
Yeah.
fucking Gravity went to like map 4 map 5 every fucking playoff match. Shit was stressful, dude. I just wanted to either lose or win.
There's your sandbag, man. Yeah, it was too hard to lift the weight off.
Alright, well that's gonna about do it for us here at the Beat Drop. This has been JuCo and Eclipse. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Good luck in playoffs, guys.
Peace.
Yeah, good luck in playoffs.